Get shut down, the media wants something new. People are greedy, music and culture is like a foreign language. You'd be better off staging a fake defense.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
If you get on tonight, don't go away.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to our game tonight featuring the Atlanta Hawks as they go up against the Miami Heat. For the Heat, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. Right out of the gate, Shaq, a few teams with championship aspirations underperforming.
Yeah, sometimes when everybody's picking you to win, it can go to your head, Ernie. That's when leaders have to step up and right the ship.
Well, sometimes the more talented you are, the more everyone wants the ball, and that creates chaos. In that climate, it could take time.
Kind of like on this show. Now here's Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
Welcome, everyone, to a very special treat here. No trip. It's the NBA on Halloween. It's the official October 31st matchup. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith. This is Kevin Harlan. While we get a break, let's now take a look at the October standings out east. If you look at Miami, things going their way so far in the season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Hawks, 2 games back.
And, right now for Atlanta, they've been strong at times this season, but they still have some hope. I think they're a playoff caliber team. I just don't think they're a championship caliber team. This has been the thought all along. They have enough to compete night in and night out. They're not taking 4 out of 7 from a top team in this league. No way.
So here's Miami's starting group. In the middle, it's Owen and Adebayo. Filling out the wings, it's Waiters and Butler. As Dragic into the point guard position. And for Atlanta, Young and Hibbert move up the back. Hunter is out there with Parker, and it's Len in at the 5. Inside, on the tip by Wayne.
You need to see the floor as well as Trey. If you're open, they'll find you. We call it off the bumper rain. Trae Young can shoot from the half-court logo with confidence. One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
He kicks it to Parker. The pass to Hunter. Fires for 3. It's Adebayo with the rebound. And that deep range opens up everything for Trae Young.
You have to take away his airspace, Kevin, as soon as he crosses midcourt. And with his tight handle, he punishes the defense when they apply pressure.
Here is Parker. Deion Waiters making his last shot. Passes it to Herder. Takes the 3. Good. 3 baskets. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I briefly spoke with Lloyd Pierce. One of your keys tonight will be slowing down Goran Dragic. Coach said, you talk about the triple threat, shooting, driving, and passing. That's Dragic in a nutshell. He can hurt you all 3 ways. Well, then we'll see which way they prioritize in this one.
All right, David, thanks. Now, here's Adebayo. Last time out, he had 13 points.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded he missed it too. Yes, let's look at the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Here's Butler. He trains the quick shot.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Herder passes to Hunter. Parker outside. Pass to Young. shoots the three. It's good from long range.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Butler from outside. Rebound, Atlanta. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And outside. It's a teardrop. It's tipped. Down low. Here's Waiters. He's good with the little jumper in close. Waiters got 6 points. It's all about the trick-or-treating tonight, Smitty.
Well, I'm old school, Kevin. I will tell you, I hated candy corn. You can keep that. I hated the way it looked, and I hated the way it tasted.
Brings it for the NBA.
He's calm, he's confident. Young has that hit factor.
Outside Butler takes a three. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. And George Young will bring you up for the Atlanta Hawks, trailing by 2. From the arc, another miss by Young.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Waiters. Lang grabs the board. Should have gone 50% from the field at this point, 4 of 8. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, for Miami, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Here's Adebayo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming out.
Well, you love the energy that Bam Adebayo brings while he's on the floor. Great finisher who hustles nonstop. Really, the only question is how you match him up on the defensive end.
The first one done. And those position questions you mentioned with Adebayo. A bit of a tweener in the post.
Yeah, he is. Adebayo has a game that is suited for a center. He attacks and stays close to the rim. But he's had a hard time matching up against some larger centers. And that's why we haven't seen more of him.
And the Hawks have a completely new group on the floor.
And ever since the Big Three era ended, Miami has sort of defined middle of the pack. Yeah, for the last 5 seasons, they haven't won more than 48 games or lost fewer than 37. This is what happens when you rarely select in the top 10 of the draft. You become reliant on free agents, and that's a tricky, sometimes heartbreaking approach.
And here is Crabbe after Justice Winslow getting his shot to go from deep. Back to Jones, and then Jones with the jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those two.
Winslow, the pass to Leonard. Outside, Jones. Pass to Adebayo. Butler on the way. Fires from deep. And Edmonton plays it down. The Hawks trail by 4. To the paint. There's Parsons. There's Crabbe with the 3. That's him. He found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, you leave a guy that open with Parsons on the floor, and you know he's going to find him.
Winslow, the bounce pass. Jones with 3. Hangs on the trifecta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working. How often do we see this these days? Clubs answer each other from range. Good. I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up. Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by. He's hot this quarter, getting the shots he wants, and he's delivering.
Outside Turner. He dishes it to Reddick. There's the triple. The shot by Turner, no good. Heat leading by 3. And Butler, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass. Butler's got 9.
I love the aggressiveness by Butler when he's driving the basketball to the bucket.
Stolen by Winslow. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. And the shot goes down. And that's 11 points for Butler.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up 2 at the other end.
And So it's Miami heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. We're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
Miami with the ball. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. They've got Jones. Turner is out there with Allen Crabbe. And there's Chandler Carson. And it's British with the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, the Hawks have been in rebuild mode for the last couple of years, but this season brings a lot of optimism. Passing on Luka Doncic, the Hawks drafted Trae Young. He was much scrutinized, but Young came on down the stretch. His playmaking makes other people better, and also they hope to attract a free agent or two. Now the Hawks have added several rookies, starting with DeAndre Hunter. They believe they're poised to make some noise in the East. Kevin?
They took that gamble with Doncic and getting Young. We'll see what happens. Thank you, D.A.
Well, you know, defensively, that's what they're trying to do to Winslow, turn him into a jump shooter, and he made them pay.
And Turner kicks to Jones. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Crabbe in the corner. Launches it. It's hauled in by the Heat. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, it seemed like they got every shot they wanted. I'm sure they wish every game to be that way.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And the basket by Jones.
Justice Winslow has done an excellent job of being unselfish and making the right play.
And one thing that held the Hawks back last year, all the mistakes.
Yes, last in the league in turnovers, second to last in personal fouls. They were one of the youngest teams last season, and it showed. But you have to have more discipline to win games, which is why they only won 29.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. Defensively, Smitty, why do we see more full court press in college than we do in the NBA?
You know, the guards are better at the NBA level. I think also your 5-man, who usually a guy who can't bring it up, they're pretty good at the NBA level. Just overall, Kevin, the skill level at the NBA level is better at college, so you can't really trap guys and pick on one guy who's not a fit.
Here's what that is going with right now. Banks checked in for Jones. Jabari Parker comes in for Chandler Brooks. Others checked in for Allen Crabbe. And Trae Young subbed in for Evan Turner.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Parker outside. The pass to Hunter. Back to Len. To the inside. And with that, the Heat lead is cut to just 11 and the basket from Hunter.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there. 12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks Chelsea.
Atlanta's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13, not 3. Good answer that, but that 3 is off the mark.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
This jump shot not fluid from deep yet, but Winslow nails that one.
Young pass to Hunter. Parker against Waiters. And that one's good. Parker's got 5.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in close range.
Now here's Dragic. He had 13 points in the win against Atlanta.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. 17-point game. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams went down in South Florida.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
And here is Parker. After James Johnson was able to get the triple, stolen by Waiters. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. And it's Winslow, that time on the assist by Johnson. Winslow's got 8 here in the quarter.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
Young, right side. And the wide open shot from Reddish. That one wide left.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And shooting their third free throw attempt for the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Kevin Huerter, he is checked in for Reddish. And Miami also making a switch. Adebayo is checked in for James Johnson.
Dion Waiters should be a great free throw shooter. He has high arc, good touch, maybe just lack of focus at times.
Atlanta calls timeout.
The one thing you can say about the Hawks, they have drafted well over the past few seasons. Stole John Collins at pick 19, traded back for Trae Young, and the Huerter selection. The rebuild may not be long in Atlanta.
Here's Huerter. And it's Parker in the corner. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. That's 7 points for Parker.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Wasted no time on that one. 14 points for Justice Winslow.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Yeah, the defense has allowed him to get into a rhythm from there, and he's been relentless.
Young's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Adebayo kicks the drivers. Rebound by the Hawks. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, what we saw in that game and what you see around the league is a questionable dependency on the triple.
You know, if you're cold from range, there are other ways to score. You can post up, dribble drive, get out in transition. Careless turnovers, you lose focus for even a moment in this league, that's the result.
Here's Huerter. Good on the triple. Huerter's got 6.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And so Miami again turning it over.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
And here's Young. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Miami sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. James, you came out and you were really productive. In fact, the whole bench was productive.
Yeah, of course, you know, that's what the second unit is for. We go hard in practice. We know we can play with the best of them, and we just want to give our first guys the first group of lift.
You certainly did, James. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Bernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Giant. Smith, let's get to it. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by massive amounts. Kid, what did you see from them?
Well, shooters were popping open right and left. Exceptional ball movement. Guys racing off screens, spotting up, knocking down shots. That's the way you play basketball unselfishly, and it was superb, and they exploited all the weaknesses of the defense.
And Shaq, what you see in Atlanta? Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity, not enough disruption, man. Like, Kenny disrupt me all the time. Not enough disruptions.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. It's been one outstanding game from Dion Waiters.
His play so far is what fans love about it. He has gone right at the defense time and time again. And not standing around, not selling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all field up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Heat, Butler and Olynyk, the forward duo. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Adebayo in at the center. Here's Hunter, following the score by Miami. They kick it out to Young. Pocket 6. Three-pointer. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 8.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
It's been an interesting fact about Trae Young. Drafted by the Hawks, but he has a strong fear of birds.
I also heard he had a meeting with their mascot, Harry the Hawk, to get in control with each other. They're cool now, but Trae Young, not a fan of other birds.
Here's Dragic. After the basket by DeAndre Hunter. Here's Adebayo. Land with the block. Here's Hunter. Lays it up and takes it in. Hunter is got his third bucket of the night.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
This is it to Adebayo. Yeah, here is Olynyk over Parker. And the 12-footer. And the Heat lead by 18.
I love the contact stroke there for Olynyk.
And so it's Young who brings it up for Atlanta. Pass to Hunter to the middle. And the jump by Waiters.
He just bangs down the one-hand.
2 very easy points right here. Waiters outside. And the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Heat check and Waiters is still hot. What a night for him.
They're probably making a switch here. Habs checked in. Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat.
And for the Heat, the offensive production over the years just hasn't been there consistently.
Let's just look at last season, for instance. 26th in the league in points. They tried to make up for it with a great defense and rebounding. But if you're not explosive offensively these days, it just keeps your opponent in the game. Such an incredible score. Young's playmaking may be on the same level.
Here we go, 1-on-1. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got 10 points.
And you couldn't have scripted a better start to the half. They've hit every single shot since the break.
He dialed that one up from long distance. 20 points for Dion Waiters.
His shooting has been outstanding. He's definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Feeds it to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. Off target from three-point range. Heat leading by 17. To the paint. Here's Johnson, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 9th assist in the game now. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Dragic. And here they go. And then Waiters with the jam.
Dion Waiters playing with force at the rim.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. Steve, we're seeing teams around the league putting up a lot of three-point shots. I'm sure you would have enjoyed playing in this era so much with that green light and shooting three.
I would, Kevin. Getting a chance to shoot maybe 5 or 6 more 3-point field goals just takes your numbers up. But I also think a lot of these teams are copycats. Everybody can't shoot the three. Work on your game and what's best for you.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Jones checked in for Len. Chandler Parsons comes in for Hunter. Hunter's checked in for Alan Crabb. And it's Reddish in for Kevin Huerter.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
Jones finds Leonard. Johnson left side. Pass to Butler. Back to Johnson. Over Parsons. And there's Johnson. That's good. On the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists now in this one.
A skilled, versatile forward. James Johnson showing what he can do from mid-range.
Now, here's Reddish. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Young. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Outside, Jones. Three-pointer on the way. And the Heat, another 3.
And the three-point shot has just been money so far tonight.
And here's Young from the arc. And Jones pulls it down. The Heat leading by 21. Over Parsons. Johnson can't get it to go. Reddish with the ball. Working on Jones. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Now, here is Young. Following the missed shot by James Johnson. Get the shot. A shot by Reddish. No good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
Count that one.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Young. Following the score by James Johnson. And Reddish with the shot.
Oh, why, thank you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you got 2 points. Now here's Jones. 12 points for him. Here's Butler. He pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Butler's got 13.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Right on the bucket.
And so far, going to more than inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
From deep. Rebound by the Hawks. Shot from the top of the key. Here's Turner. And easy 2 points on the layup.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
We end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit. Will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 17. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Jones is out there with Parker. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Turner. And it's Young in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. It took him no time at all on that one. Jones has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Heat. The Hawks trail by 19. Young dishes to Jones. And it's Parker in the corner. And Winslow pulls it down. The Heat shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Shots good from Butler.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Here's Reddish. There's the pass to Young. Jones looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reddish. And it's good on the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Cam Reddish. Passes to Jones. Jones slams it home.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Young outside to the inside. And then Jones with the jam.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the flushing of the toilet right there.
Like a fierce two-handed. Olynyk can't hit. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Here's Reddish. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And the last 2 drafts, the Atlanta Hawks aggressively making trades to assemble this roster.
And drafting DeAndre Hunter and Cam Reddish, great length and versatility on the wings. You pair that with Trae Young and John Collins, and that's an exciting young core for the Hawks.
The first one falls for the player tracking data is kind of an interesting thing. It's a big part of scouting now. In fact, AI can accumulate that right from the TV feed, which to me is amazing.
It is. I think if it doesn't distract or take away from our game, to have that type of information live and from a player being able to play in a game, I think it's helpful for everything, for scouting, for, I would say, health reasons, for guys, conditioning. I love it, as long as it doesn't distract from the game.
That's a good point.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Young drives in. No good on that one. Well, he go the other way with it. Bounce pass, Dragic. There's the dish to Olynyk. Dragic, the pass to Waiters. And here is Olynyk, guarded by Len.
And you watch Olynyk play, and he has the skill set of a stretch 4. Solid enough from outside, although he struggled last season, can give a team a different look from the post spots.
First hit goes good. Hunter's checked in for Reddish. And so Olynyk nails both of them. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Herder passes to Hunter. Parker outside. Pass to Young for the 3. Good shot opportunity. They'll get a hand on it. Beyond the arc. Sinks the triple. And that's now 10 points for DeAndre Hunter.
And the defense has to recognize this. Hunter is a legit threat to shoot off the count.
And with Olynyk, he has the size to play at the 4 or the 5.
Olynyk is a legit 7-footer, and he has added feet inside the lane. Though until he improves as a rim protector, I'd rather have him as a 4.
Here's Hunter. Dion Waiters making his last shot. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk's got 4 rebounds in this game. On the wing, Winslow. Over Hunter. And it's Miami with another.
The defense did his job, but Winslow hitting with a hand in his mug.
Now, here is Young. Here's Herder. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Near the 3-point line, it's Olynyk. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Atlanta's gone into a funk from downtown. The fourth, only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Wants to get it to Adebayo and does. That one goes. Count it.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they maintained their focus.
Hawks casting it around. 2 open that time. Made it with 2. And that's 18 points for Trae Young.
For most defenses, Young's jumper is the first thing they have to account for when they play this team.
Adebayo kicks to Winslow. Pass to Waiters. Rockets against Young, and Young comes over to help on the wing. Winslow. And again, Miami with the triple.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat fight with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
As we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Justice Winslow.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
And here are the Heat now. Bounce pass from Waiters. Here's Adebayo. Drills it from outside.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
The offensive rebound, Hunter. Banked in off the glass.
One thing about Hunter, he never gives up. You can see the focus and energy that he plays with on every possession.
Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference. So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire 4th quarter.
Interesting approach coming down the stretch, looking to rack up points in chunks.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Warren. What has been the key to the success of this team lately and the key tonight?
The last 2 games, everybody is playing for each other. You know, we're sharing the ball. We are active in defense and we run. I think so. Last 2 games, that was a key. Everybody was involved. Everybody was shooting the ball well, and here's the result.
Yeah, everything's working really well for you right now. Thanks for the time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.